Lure. Can you guys hear me okay? Are we good? Announcement? No, you got me worried. Don't worry, it's not a bad announcement. Hello Jake, hello Callum, hello Finn. No, this is not a 24-hour fishing stream, nor is it a 48-hour sitting stream. I am so sorry. Quitting forever. No. You can't get rid of me that easy. Not the G word. Not the G word. It's the J word. It's not as bad. Well, oh my god, I'm going into the yellow like a lot. Hang on, let me adjust my mic settings a bit, question mark. That's so much worse. Shut up. It's not worse. It means I'm getting more money. It's good for me. But yes, to put it simply, starting on Monday, I'll be doing not the J word per se, it's the work tryout thing that Finland does. Finally doing the job, gang. Not just yet, it's the work tryout thing for the next 2 months or so. The caveat with that is that I won't have access to my gaming PC for like 4 days of the week. And the thing is that I don't know how the shifts will work yet, so I don't know which 4 days of the week it's gonna be. Like, it might even change. So I'll have more information on that for 2 weeks from now, I suppose. Because depending on how like the weekends go, if there's an event or other stuff, then I would be at my parents' probably. Like, I know for certain that next week's weekend, right, it's gonna be the graduation weekend. So I'm gonna be at my parents' for that. And the week after that should be okay. I should be able to stream at least like once or twice over the weekend. And then the next week after that, there's an event we're going to with a friend, so that's gonna be a no-go. But yes, I will no longer be jobless. Like, I still don't know if the work is actually like something that's suitable for me, if I'm cut out for it. But if it is, then I should be able to get like a 10-month proper JOB contract starting in August. So I'm really looking forward to that. I am so fucking excited. I'm gonna be doing social media management for a second-hand shop nearby. Hi Jay, welcome, welcome. How you doing? We were just discussing the fact that I will no longer be unemployed. We were having a bit of a no more unemployment party over here. Thank you. I hope I like it too. Like, I did meet the people who'll be in charge of me when I did my job interview, and they seemed like such great people. And the atmosphere at the place looked really relaxed too, which is something that I'm always grateful for. Because the previous place I worked at, it was like really hectic and everybody was stressed 24/7. So I'm really looking forward to this. But yeah, I'm gonna be posting about this on the Discord and also probably TikTok, I believe, later on. Just to let everybody know why I disappear so often for the next, I think at least like a month or so. I don't know, because it depends, because we were discussing that I might be able to get like 5 days a week. And if that happens, then I need to probably make some arrangements with the PC. Because like, especially, you know, if I get the actual contract. Hi Bacon! Welcome, welcome! How are you doing? It's been a while, isn't it? But yeah, if I do get the actual like contract that actually like pays money, that I no longer have to be registered with the unemployment office, I might also be able to take like, you know, art or maybe even editing commissions. So that would be nice, since my hours would be around like 26 to 30 a week. So there would be time. And like, commissions is something that I've really wanted to do for a long time, but you know, then we get the horror stories in the news of like this person who was playing at the elderly care facility like 1 hour a month, and they were deemed to be like a full-time entrepreneur because of that. Then I can also become an affiliate. Yes, that is correct. If everything works out with the JOB, then I can become an affiliate in August. We'll have a party for that. I might even make myself a new model for that. I'm kind of working on something. But I don't know. We'll see about that. Enough of Kela giving pocket change for real. Like, it's not even the fact that they give pocket change, it's the like constant fear of getting labeled as a entrepreneur and suddenly getting everything cut off. Secretary outfit. Stop drooling. Not a secretary outfit. We can maybe make a secretary outfit later. You know, we can think of all kinds of outfits. You know, since I make my own models, it's not like I'm burning money for this stuff. It's all about the inspiration and what people want to see. But yes, that is all for the announcement. Let me just see how much of a queue we've got. We have no queue. What is this? Okay, game's fucking with me again. Never mind. But yes, we're going back to FF14. It has been a while since the last time we did this. I think we're right about the part where we start antagonizing the Imperials. Game is rage baiting for real. No, like, I'm so serious. Like, after I patched the game, I opened it up and it gave me nothing but a black screen with like the correct cursor. I don't know if you guys can see the cursor. Probably not, but yeah. But it has like a distinct shape, you know? I could see the cursor. It was just a black screen, nothing else, no matter how long I waited. So I actually killed the thing through Task Manager once. And then I tried it again. Does this person have money for me? Yes, he does! Nice. Opened it again. It was the same thing. The same black screen, right? Went to complain about it on Discord, and the moment I did, the game, like, fixed itself. Got FF14 sub yesterday, don't know what to do in it though. Fishing. Do we still have, like, the window open for purrs? Because I remember seeing people talk about, like, there's a Fishing Dawn Trail, a legendary one, that if you don't catch it by a certain date, it will go on cooldown for like 92 days. Or something like that. I can't remember if the window already closed or if it's like open still. It was like the purse of something. Can't remember though. Yeah, fishing is like a hardcore sport in this game. It's incredible how difficult they've managed to make it. Though I do think that the 92-day cooldown was a new record. I think the previous one was like something around 40 or so days, if I'm not mistaken. Fish.ing, yes. I can't believe Streamlabs didn't yell at you, because that's technically a link. Longest you've seen is around 20 days. That's still a long time, like that's almost an entire month. I've never really gone into the whole rare fish thing, because I think this one needed like 2 different weathers to occur one after the other. Window for that fish is only about 5 minutes and always opens at 3 AM finish time. Oh no. That is unfortunate. Do you remember the name of it? Which expansion is that from? Thanks to you, Biggs and Wedge are with us again. Now we must find a way to rescue Minfilia and the others. Gods know we've kept them waiting too long already. Based on what we've learned, I feel it's safe to say they're being held at Castrum Sentry. So let us convene at Revenant's Toll in Mordona. I just came from there. It is a good place as I need to prepare, and better than most. The road leading east, then south will get you there. When we arrive, let us seek the advice of the local adventurers. We're bound to learn a thing or two that will benefit our mission. Yeah. Shadowbringer, some desert egg thingy. Ah, so it's around like Mortsuk or something. The site doesn't exist. Oh dear, did link.com fail you? How can this be? No, fish.com failed you. Oh no. Such tragedy. Honestly though, the name of the phishing website that the third-party person has made up for FF14 is really funny too. I think it's called like Cat Got Hungry. .gov? .gov is ambitious. Wait, that's not... Which government would it be? Which government do we overthrow to get that URL? The government of Fuki. I don't recall having a government. I lost love porn. Well, my friend, what brings you to Revenant's Toll? When I feel like we need to do some chores to get this guy to trust us. Did I hear you rightly? Your friends are being held captive at Castrum Sentry and you want to rescue them. I don't mean to discourage you, but that might prove difficult. The stronghold has been on high alert of late, with armored patrols seen about the perimeter around the clock. Not even a fly could get within 100 yards of the walls undetected. If the Galeans were alerted to our coming, we cannot know what they will do to Minfilia and the others. We must act with the greatest stealth. It has to be good old-fashioned infiltration. So unfortunately for these people, I'm a black mage and our specialty is explosions, so I think stealth is out the window. Have fun lurking, Callum! Thank you for chatting! Is Streamlabs actually, like, dead? Hang on. Streamlabs might be dead, because the lurk command is supposed to activate Cloudbot. Let me see what this thing says. Cloudbot? Oh, Cloudbot is off. No wonder. Okay, now we should be good. There's link protection, there's paragraph protection. No, it's not your fault. It was my fault for not checking that Cloudbot was actually activated. I mean, it should have been, since the last time I streamed was a solo stream. But I think it's just because it's been so long since I did anything at Streamlabs. Oh, what was Jake saying? Under UN Resolution 1514, 10 under the UN Charter, the right to claim independence is primarily rooted in the principle of self-determination. Don't I need, like, land to do that? I think it should work now, yes. At least the bot is on, so if it doesn't work, then we have another problem. Yeah, there we go, there we go. Have fun lurking. I apologize for the bot being down. Pass of Riches fish will spawn on the 1st of August and will be down for 3 months. And the catch window is only 5 minutes. That's actually insane. Oh no, yeah, that's hardcore content right there. You don't have to mail me guns. It's okay, I can do it the old-fashioned way. You know, we Finns used to be somewhat well known in Southern Europe for our tendency to just beat the shit out of people. Yes, we used to have a unit called like Hakkapeliitot. Not unit, maybe like a infantry type, I guess. Which came from the Finnish saying Hakka päälle pohjanpoika. That is something that the Finns supposedly shouted before they charged and beat the shit out of people. We had a reputation back in the day. We can do it again. Ah, yes, yes, yes. We're walking through the front door. No, Vida Saunantaxe was mostly for our own, like deserters, traders and such. We didn't give that courtesy to anybody on the enemy lines. They were just beaten to death right there and then. Wow, that is such a cheerful topic of conversation, isn't it? Let's get back to beating up some Imperials, yeah? I will disguise ourselves as Imperial troops and march right in. For this, we'll need a few sets of Imperial uniforms, a suit of Magitech armor, and impeccable timing. That's a bold strategy, but it just might work. Where we are, there's certainly no shortage of opportunities to borrow the equipment. Knowing those Imperial bastards, they won't even suspect that we savage Eorzeans would think to use their technology. Then it's settled. I mean, to be fair, this guy is an Imperial, so... We, savage Eorzeans, did not in fact think to use that technology. It was the Imperial among us. If you're determined to go ahead with this, I'd recommend you speak with Glaumund. The fellow's got a personal grudge against the Empire, who doesn't, and happens to know a deal about Castrum Sentry besides. I've no doubt that he'd want to be of aid. Channel your inner Aimo Koivunen, hell yeah. That man is a hero. I can't believe he did all that. I don't have the required supplements for it though. Ida and I shall go to reconnoiter Galilean activity at the stronghold. How the fuck do you pronounce that word actually? Reconnoiter? Whatever. It would not do if something were to befall our comrades before we had the chance to act. Come and join us when you're ready, let's do this. Sometimes I wonder, Ida, are there ever times when you are not enthused? There will be. I'm nothing if not enthused, Yashtala, and you're beginning to remind me of Papalimo. Don't worry, there will be a time when she's not enthused. Oh, the child was here as well. Interesting seeing another the nation's national heroes because it's purely a cultural thing. Yeah. I suppose so, yeah. Though, like, to be fair, the Aimo Koivunen case was not exactly a cultural thing. It was just a guy who really needed to survive and who did everything in his power to. There it's a roof Korean. Is there something you can elaborate on without getting on Twitch's bad side? If it is, then do elaborate. Looking for Glaumund, yeah? Well, you found him, whoever you are. Hey, you're looking to get inside Castrum Center and you need my help. Something tells me we're gonna get along just fine. So you have friends at Castrum Sentry what you want for rescue. That Slothbone knows me too well. Hey, you can count on my help. I've got a score to settle with the Imperials and I never pass on an opportunity to get back at the Horsons. But enough about me, let's talk strategy. Rescuing folk from captivity, right delicate business. A single oversight, just one little blunder and it's all over. You can't leave any room for uncertainty. For starters, you need to confirm beyond the shadow of a doubt that your friends are where you think they are. You don't want to risk your neck only to discover they've moved elsewhere. But how can you find out, you ask? By following these instructions. If you approach Sentry from the east, you'll see a swampland to your left called the Tangle. Get in there, never mind all the marbles, and navigate your way to the southwestern corner. You'll come up with some drainage pipes coming down from the stronghold. Don't ask me how I know, but one of them leads back up to the command tower. If you listen closely, might be yes, you can eavesdrop on some of the happenings within. Do you think you'll finish this before Evercold drops? We're gonna have to cover some ground before that happens. We can try. When's the release date again? Was it January? I guess like if I manage to drag the PC to where I'll be working, we might be able to do it. January, yeah. Yeah, that's totally doable. What have we got, like, just 200 odd hours to go? Yeah, how many days is that? Like 200 divided by 24 or what? No, 200 is probably lowballing it quite a bit. Let's say 300 divided by 24. Nah, that's only 12 and a half days. We can totally do that much. Especially if I like stop yapping and actually do the quests. But during the LA riots of 94, ooh, that's the year I was born. Rioters made it to Koreatown, and to stop looters, the Korean American business owners got on their roofs with rifles and defended their businesses. They became poster boys for the Second Amendment self-defense crowd. The pictures are great, just a bunch of smiling Koreans on a roof with guns. Oh, I had no idea that happened. I learned something new. But yeah, whatever. Let's go eavesdrop on the Honestly, I had no idea that the poster boys for the Second Amendment movement back in the day were like actually POC and not just some white dudes from the South. That's interesting to know. Nah, cause I was about to rage like who's posting links, but that was just Streamlabs. Forgive me, Streamlabs, it has been a while since I've seen you. But yeah, isn't this like so handy? I can just ignore all the monsters cause my stealth works on them. I think. Yes, it does. Excellent. Nothing can hurt me. We could literally just fly this badass Moogle right into the middle of the castrum and save everybody. But unfortunately we're not allowed to do that. Oh yeah. Put them in the have you seen this section of Discord. That'll be great. Wait, there's a note here. Wait. Who are you? Why haven't I been mining here before? What is this? There shouldn't be any collectibles at this level, right? Like, those are a Heavensward and above thing. Who is you? It's a level 5. Oh, it's just crystals. Right, that's why I haven't been here. Can we get through to... Would you fucking look at that? That was actually the correct way to go. Right, so that's a problem. Whoops. Oh dear. That is a bit of a problem. It's okay, the chickens got this. If we can just like get through these before I die, we should be good. Oh god. In my defense, it's been a while since I've been here. Otherwise I would have recognized that the purple smoke means that something is going to spawn. Yeah, it's okay, Jonathan's got this. Look at it. Like, the third one isn't even attacking me anymore. This is good. This is good. Jonathan can do this. Look at this chicken. The chicken's amazing. There we go. I can't believe I didn't even do that on purpose. do that for the bit. The faint sound of conversation echoes through the pipe. What of the captive? Does she still refuse to speak? She may as well be a deaf mute for all the information we've gotten out of her. The others aren't much better. The Ellison gets on my nerves most of all. Every time he opens his mouth, it's only to spout gibberish. Yep. I do wonder, why is the Tribunus so obsessed with this Minfilia woman? They say she possesses some mystical power, something we Galileans don't have. Like, Galileans don't have magic, like, even in general, so you know. Mystical power? Like the kind the Beastmen use? How am I supposed to bloody know? If you're so curious, why don't you ask the Tribunus yourself? As well try to tumblr. I like my head where it is, thank you very much. Our break is over, best we get back to our stations. That is such convenient timing, I love that. The footfalls grow fainter until all is silent. How dare you throw a line like that at me? How dare you? Footfalls is such a good fucking song. Man, I can't believe they hit something like that in such an early game. They probably didn't even think about it at the time, since Footfalls is like Endwalker. It's the theme in Ultima Thule, and like the main theme of the expansion? Question mark. You know, cause I sometimes just like float around in Ultima Thule just to listen to the music. Like, it's amazing. I love it so much. Hello, child. It is good to see you again. I'm given to understand you have conducted some reconnaissance. How the fuck do you pronounce that word? I should know how to pronounce it. Reconnaissance? Tell me, what were you able to learn? So Minfilia and the others are indeed at customs entry. Their presence thus confirmed we may proceed with the mission. While you were afield, Sid took the liberty of devising a plan of action. Again. It wasn't the Savage Eorzean, it was the one Imperial guy who did all the thinking. Can we even say that they're wrong at this point? Pray have the details from him. Wait. Where? Good work. As Alfino has already told you, we've plotted out a course for the rescue. The gist of it is unchanged. We disguise ourselves as Imperial soldiers and infiltrate the stronghold. Glarmont is looking into ways to procure a suit of Magitech armor. In the meantime, I need your assistance for some preparation of my own. Minfilia and the others are counting on us. Let's not keep them waiting any longer than necessary. Yeah, except... Oh, hang on. I would like the experience points for this guy, actually. Thank you. While Glarmont goes about devising his plan, we need to see to some preparation of our own. Ooh, did they? That's nice. Which songs did we get? I haven't checked it in like ages. Oh, and Rock Patch content music like the regional. Oh, that's good. That's good. That means Footfalls is on there too then, right? I should probably add that to my playlist. Now that we mention it. It wouldn't do if the Imperials were to discover that they're short in armor. To prevent this from happening, I'm going to put together a makeshift communications jamming device. The explanation is like to get a bit technical, so bear with me. Imperial forces communicate at a distance with electromagnetic waves, so you need a lightning crystal. Simply put, voices are born upon etheric lightning energy that permeates the air. Now, the hill-sized cluster of corrupted crystals to the west has been observed to amplify the selfsame energy. By making use of this property, we should be able to drown out Imperial voices. To ensure that we have enough amplification, we must identify the most potent crystals among the cluster. For this, I need you to go there and use this device to take readings. I'll mark the likely places on your map. And just so you know, plasmoids are drawn to lightning energy. Don't be surprised if you run into a few. Okay, so we can't use... we cannot, in fact, use... whatchamacalled? Miner for this. Because we will die. I did not watch Eurovision. I don't agree with some of the stuff that they've been doing of late, so I very much ignored it wholesale. You ignored it too and got bang a barbecue instead on that day. That's nice. Was it like a restaurant barbecue or did you do barbecue outside? Because I remember the weather was pretty good, wasn't it? Around that time. Holy sh... That was a guy, right? The thing. Outside at your mom's place. Nice. We tend to do barbecue as well, and by we I mean my dad. Can you believe that, like, they started the barbecue season of the year? Like, on the day Mom took me home from their house back in 3 weeks ago or something. I just heard about it later, like, yeah, Mom returned from like taking me back to my place and Dad had like barbecue food ready for her. I'm just sitting like, excuse you? What do you mean? I wanted barbecue as well. But that's fine, because the weather was really nice for a long time. So I was like able to get barbecue as well. It's honestly been pretty nice all around. Like, the only days when it was like pretty rainy and stuff were around the time when I had visitors from overseas, which was a bit of a bummer. Everything was like so grey all of a sudden, even though it's been sunny before that and since. My dad is a tech guy, I guess. He likes to barbecue and he likes to like fix stuff around the house. He's also pretty good with like computers and other devices. Maybe not as good with computers as my brother is, but he doesn't really go fishing or hunting or anything like that. He likes to like watch motorsports and recently also snooker. Hang on. Where the hell is that? Excuse me? I'm like so lost. I couldn't see anything on that side. Your dad's retired from a tech career. Yeah. Mine does like electrician type of stuff, I think. Nah, cause actually, where is my quest marker? How blind can one person be? Can I climb onto that thing? Is that what this is about? Right, okay. Right. Fucking better be somewhere up here. There it is. Your old English teacher just made you watch snooker most of the day. I am so sorry that happened to you. I've never really gotten into that myself. It can get pretty, how should I say, not very exciting at times. But yeah, parents enjoy watching it. I don't even know the rules. But other than that, my dad's always been like a big Formula 1 guy. And I think they also watch like rally. You know, the kind of racing they do out there in the woods. No, snooker is kind of like billiard. Where they have like these red balls and colored balls and you need to knock them into the bag by using the white ball. Yeah. Clean the wax out of your ears now, because there's something I want you to do by way of preparation. The plans to have you enter customs entry, all decked out in imperial dots, but the disguise is more than just the clothes you're wearing. You also gotta act the part. At the very least, you need to know how to perform a convincing imperial salute. First impressions of everything, as they say. I could teach you the salute myself, of course, but it's best you learn it from the experts. So get yourself near as you dare the customs entry and watch the Imperials doing what they do. Yeah, I think snooker is more like a British thing. Cause I do know that like some of the competitors have like flag associations, not with the country itself, but like with which part of Britain they come from. So, you know, England, Scotland, Wales, all that. So I assume it's like a really big thing over there. Because like even here you can see the occasional pool table, sure, but I've never seen like a snooker table IRL anywhere. The Brits like the dots, yeah. We just play milk. Yeah, we've got the milk. There were like proper championships for that too, weren't there? Okay. Purple smoke means enemies. Enemies are easily defeated with a battle class. Oh no, I've got no mana. That's unfortunate. Hi Dragon! Hello, hello, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Ow. Oh, I got stunned. That's so rude. They seem to enjoy professional bar games you can do well while drunk. Yes, that does seem to be the British way. Sounds about right. Though, like, I don't think pool or snooker is something you can really do drunk, because it does require quite a bit of aiming and, like, quite a bit of, I guess, calculations, geometry. It really has been a long time. I did a lot of stuff, you know. I had to deep clean the apartment, right? That took like a week. And then I had guests over for 2 days. And then during the deep cleaning of my apartment, my washing machine got all dirty, so I had to wash that. And then I had to do a whole bunch of laundry. And I've just been like so pooped because of that. Yeah. I heard you went camping. Did you enjoy it? Yeah, we watched the movie with Frey on his server. You know, the movie, right? the genre was a thriller, so I thought it would be like, ooh, spooky, exciting. No, SB was crying by the end of it, cause the final twist was like so brutal. But it was a good movie. It was fun. We have received an anonymous warning that insurgent forces are near. We must redouble our vigilance. I shall recommend that patrols be increased. Wait, I should switch that to live chat, shouldn't I? There's a really nice thing, like a dream come true after 6 years of looking for a way to camp with friends. Oh, that's so nice. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I didn't think it would be like that devastating, to be honest. I felt kind of bad. Because I did invite her on the pretense of like, oh, it's a thriller, it's gonna be excitement and spooks and all that. But it was kind of funny because nobody in there knew what the movie was gonna be about. Like, I don't think even Frey had seen it before. Was the twist the Moomin is actually Swedish and not Finnish? No, and you would be wrong because Tuve Jansson was a Finn. She just happened to speak Swedish. So, technically speaking, it's like Finn Swedes. You are making a joke. We do not joke about stuff that includes Sweden. I say as if our main genre of jokes isn't the Finn, Sweden, Norwegian go and do stuff. The movie we saw was called Straw. The lead actress was also in Hidden Figures. It was really good. Your biggest cultural icon is actually your biggest rival. No. She just happened to speak Swedish. She was from Finland. That's all that matters. So did you manage to learn the Imperial Salute? No. Best you don't demonstrate. I'm liable to fly into a rage and crack skulls. I'll just take your word for it. Yes, we got the emote. That is the wrong class to be getting experience for. In my absence, you met a lot of people from Finland. Oh, that's so nice! Didn't know there was a website where all the Finnish VTubers are listed. Yeah. I heard about that from Adam back in the day. And I also got myself added there. We also do have a FinTuber Discord, but I'm such a socially awkward being that I haven't actually like talked on there at all. Which, you know, goes a bit against the whole concept of joining a Discord server, but what can you do? Yeah, the FinTuber project. It's great to have a thing like that, a website like that. Yeah, it's Meta's pet project. Meta is the one who manages it. Meta also came into the chat last time I streamed, cause they just added me onto the site and they said they're like going through everybody they added so they can at least say hi once. Yes, PNG tubers should count, I think. Yeah, you should message either Meta or Marielle. I think Marielle is easier to get a hold of. I don't know Meta's socials, but Marielle is on both, I think, at least Twitter and bluesky. Neither a streamer nor a Finn. I think that disqualifies you. Like, from what I understand, you don't need to be a Finn to get added, but you do need to have like some sort of connection to Finland, and you do need to be a streamer. Oh, Marielle's in Tokyo! Okay, I saw her posting on bluesky just a while back, so I didn't realize she'd already gone on her trip. Yeah, in that case, you should contact Meta. I think they should have like the contact information over on the website. You have to go, work is calling. Yeah, it was so lovely to see you again, Dragon. Thank you for stopping by even though you're busy with work. Yeah, I hope we can get together and hang out. It might not be soon because of stuff, I'm gonna post about that on Discord, but we definitely should. Yeah. She'll be gone till June. Ooh, that's a long trip. Oh, I'm so jelly. I want to go back there too. Like, I was told to go back. I was even told that I could, like, stay at the place of the people who came over to see me if I ever went back. So I've got, like, everything pretty much covered except for the money to go. Oh, Jake, if you could do that for Finn, that would be excellent. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Dragon. Have a lovely day. Oh, did she? I did one too. Man, we might have even more in common than I thought. I've been like so intimidated just by the fact that, you know, Mariel is a big figure in the community. But maybe I should try to talk to her more. Who knows? I've heard of your plight from my friend Glam, and as a fellow adventurer and son of Eosia both, I would offer you my assistance. In order to infiltrate Castrum Sentry, you and your comrade must disguise yourself as Imperial soldiers. The question is how to go about acquiring the uniforms and helms. There are places a man might purchase them, but individuals who deal in such wares are not the sort to whom you would entrust your secrets. It would be more prudent, I believe, to procure what you need via traditional means from the bodies of their recently deceased owners. Oh, we're just going straight to murder. Love that. The fortified area before Castrum Sentry never lacks for Imperial patrols. It ought not to take too long to obtain 3 sets of gear, one for each member of the infiltration team, Biggs, Wedge, and yourself. When you have what you need, please return here and allow me to inspect the spoils. Will do. You have the readings? Excellent. Here, let me see the numbers. Right, we did that, didn't we? Okay, so we just have to go get the clothes then. She stayed in contact with her friends from the exchange, so she goes to see them and obviously do all the Pokemon stuff. Oh, that's so nice. I've only managed to go back to Japan once after my exchange year. I was able to see friends and also, most importantly, the family that I stayed with, or the families, more like. It was really nice because back when I went, they actually had a Finnish student in the area who was doing her high school exchange year, so I got to meet her too. And like, the funniest thing, right? One of the girls from the family I stayed with listened to me talk to the Finnish student, who obviously hadn't been able to speak Finnish, like face to face with anybody in like so long, because by the time I went there it was summer. And this girl from the family just looked at me and was like, "It feels so wrong to hear you speak in anything other than Japanese." Okay, I think we might need to... Wait, actually. Should we do a bit? Do you guys think this will work? I've only got 1k HP though. I might die, but it might be worth it. Oh no, never mind, I just straight up dodged it. I know, he's using celery. Man, I love being a gremlin. This is so good. Feel the might of Eosian embroidery. You know, if I'd been any smarter, I would have actually like checked to see if any of these are in the hunting log. Right, we don't have the hunting log unlocked that far. In that case. You tried to do an exchange and the only place they sent you is Mexico, and that was right around the time an American got kidnapped by the cartel, so you're like, no thanks. Ooh, yeah, that's probably for the best that you didn't go. Wasn't even Canada an option? Or was Canada like, yeah, no, we're not taking any Americans at this time? Actually, while Jonathan is doing that, let me check the Discord for the pictures. I don't know why I was expecting black and white pictures when you clearly said it was in '94. Man, they even have the headbands and everything. Everybody rioting until the roof starts speaking Korean. That's actually fantastic. That's great. Ah, you're from the Midwest, so going into Canada wouldn't have been that much different. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I honestly don't know enough about Canadian culture to comment on what it's like similar to. Are we done? We're done. Excellent. Wait. That is the wrong goddamn way. Imagine you, but imagine you said about like a boot. Is that how the Canadian accent works? I wouldn't know. The only Canadian I know doesn't really speak in any identifiable accent. No, wait, that was a lie. She's not the only Canadian I know. I have like technically family in Canada as well, because one of my great aunts took off and immigrated into Canada, and even though she's passed, her family still lives there, so we're like distantly related. I see her like, I don't know if she's her granddaughter or daughter, posting on Facebook a lot. Funny because their accent is completely the same as most types of Americans, but they say a boot and Z for... Oh, so Z is the Canadian way. Oops, wasn't talking to this guy. Oh my god, hi Z2Conjurer! Welcome, welcome! It's been so long, how have you been? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, raiders! My name is Hel, I'm a butterfly VTuber from Finland, and we are doing FF14 today. How was your stream? Also, like, if you need to raid and run, that is totally fine. Take care of yourself. Make sure you're well hydrated and well fed and all of that. What were you guys doing? Did you have fun? We were just lynching Imperial citizens with Weaver to steal their clothes. Oh, you were leveling Machinist and Dark Knight. Nice. Were you doing the Dark Knight story? Oh, was it like Heavensward levels or above levels? Because the Heavensward Dark Knight story is so good. I love it so much. Yes, we did obtain Imperial equipment. Yeah, no, because earlier in the stream, I was like going around the place with Miner, cause I had stealth doing that, and then just, you know, didn't think about it, interacted with the purple smoke, and suddenly my Miner was faced with like 3 enemies. It was like, oops. And thank you so much for the lurk. Welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. Oh, you're in the level 70s. Nice. But yeah, Dark Knight story is amazing. It really is. I guess, like, was it the Stormblood story that had like Mist in it? The kid character? Because that was so good too. I can't remember what the Shadowbringer story was like. That must have been the role quests back then, I guess. You miss Kid? Yeah, I feel you so much. Man. I guess the Machinist story was pretty good too. I liked the part where we got to kick that Zemail bastard's ass. It's always a good quest if you get to kick a Zemail on their ass. Damage as I had suspected. In their present condition, I fear these uniforms and helms are like to draw suspicion. They must be repaired if only superficially. Well, would you know it? I am level 50 plus in all crafters, just give them to me. Fortunately, the blacksmith Eginolf at the Diamond Forge in Rowena's House of Splendor should be able to hammer them into shape in no time. I always love that you get to just run around and shoot people in the Foundation. For real. Iverick is like holding his hands over his ears like, I don't hear anything, I don't see anything, this is fine. I've already sent word ahead and have been assured that he is expecting you. Worry not, we have already impressed upon him the need for utmost secrecy as to the nature of your mission. Excellent. He's just like, Wall is our friend, it's okay. For real. It's like, well, what was he doing last week? He was kind of consulting with corpses. This is an improvement. So yeah, the Venturer Sarkmalark. I'm sorry, what was his name? I've been waiting for you. Now let's see what you got for me. I see, I see. Yes, I reckon I can hammer these back into shape for you. After all, I owe your friend Sarkmalark a favor or took good care of old Eginolf back in the day before I fell in with old Rowena, he did. This guy knows no fear, he's calling Rowena old. Did you know he's the son of one of the wealthiest families in the Sultanate? Wouldn't expect someone like that to end up in the life he did, but I suppose he always felt the adventurer's life calling him. But here I go blabbering on when there's work to be done. Just hold your horse-birds for a moment or two, and the great Eginolf will have your gear looking good as new. Man. This game is really testing my ability to read words. And there we have it. Wouldn't do you much good in battle, mind you, but from what I hear, that's not your priority anyhow. Wait, did I forget to thank people who followed me? Wait. Thank you so much, hold on. Ori01 for the follow and the Kratken for the follow. I'm so sorry, I was like so preoccupied with everything else. I'm a failure as a streamer. I should stream more often. Do send Sarkmalark my regards, will ya? I say I should stream more often, but there's gonna be like a 2-week break right after this. I'm so sorry, I suddenly developed a life. I wasn't planning for this to happen. Have you had any uniforms and helms repaired? Why, yes, I have. Yes, this will serve beautifully. The great Eginolf never fails to impress. The quality of these repairs would fool even a legatus. That's equipped, you should not have any trouble blending in amongst the Imperial forces. Lest you fear that the Galileans might detect your foreignness, foreigners in fact form the greater part of the Galilean invasion force in Eorzea. You see, when the Empire subjugates new territory, it assimilates the people of the land into its armed forces. In turn, these conscripted forces are sent to subjugate faraway lands. In this way, Garlemald nips rebellion in the bud and expands its territory in one fell stroke. With that, my part in our mission is done. I'm full glad to have been of assistance to your cause. Why would I, a wealthy merchant, wish to help you? I know not where you heard such a tale, but believe me when I say that I am but another humble adventurer, one who desires only to act in the best interests of the realm. You know, I was gonna ask if this guy was the son of Lolorito, but I don't think he is. Just by virtue of that. Good work getting them Imperial duds. You'll be pleased to hear I ain't been idle myself. It took me long enough, but I finally hatched the plan to get us a suit of Magitech armor. For now, from what I've seen, Castrum Centre deploys a Reaper for most of its patrols. Trouble is the patrols themselves are irregular, meaning random routes and random deployments, and hardly any of them come anywhere near Remnant's toll. So, hoping to coax the Imperials out of their shells, I took the liberty of feeding them a bit of old false intelligence. Told them insurgents had designs on their stronghold. Seemed far from the truth now I come to think of it. Any road we should start seeing more patrols than we have up till now. What you need to do is approach one of these patrols dressed up in your shiny tin suit and alert them to the enemy's presence. Having done that, you want to lure them as near to Revenant's toll as you can. Like as not, though, they'll be wary of venturing far from their own walls. If they do need a bit of extra encouragement, use the smoke signal here. Fields fresh from an Imperial scout. They'll come running when they see that, and when the cavalry arrives, you hit them hard and make them off with the Reaper. Simple as that. If I ain't mistaken, there's a patrol sweeping the perimeter around now, so run along, eh? Oh, and don't forget to salute. Clanker. Oh great, now they're advertising AI viewers. Hate that. Do not appreciate that. At least everybody's really good about banning all the viewbot advertisers. Yeah, AI, that's a new one. Haven't heard that one before. It's okay, the bubble will pop soon enough. I believe. Sure got foggy all of a sudden. It should be good, cause from what I've heard, people have already started to realize that using AI with the increase in prices for tokens is actually turning out to be like more expensive than just having people do the work. So even places that are, you know, laid off employees have to hire them back. This is one of those things you need to do dressed up in gear. Yeah? Shit. Where's my Jonathan button? There it is. This is very unfortunate. I don't have nearly enough defense for this. There we go. Okay, that is not the right command. There we go. Carry on, soldier. Insurgents gathering to the east, you say? Judging by your description, they are well beyond the perimeter, but I will not have it said that I was remiss. You return to the scene and keep an eye on those insurgents. Should aught go awry, use your smoke signal to call us. Why yes, of course. I do have me a smoke signal. these things. And even less with the frog. Oh yeah, I got like toad skins a while back, didn't I? Yeah, 10 of them. That's not bad. Like, toad skins aren't really relevant anymore, but still. Oh, it wants me to climb on top of the thing again. At least now I know how to climb it. Awesome. Those are just cinnamon, what are we doing? That's literally the icon for cinnamon. I hope you don't mind my joining, seeing as we're seizing advanced weaponry. I thought it best to be on hand. Ah, there she is. This is the place, but where is the enemy? Sir, over there! Send in the Reaper, let us make an example of these insurgents. Oh. Is this thing meant to be this tanky, or is there like a mechanic I'm missing? No, I guess it's not all that tanky considering that it's supposed to be like a boss. Hostiles detected. Engaging. It's not easy being an engineer, he says. Also, like, isn't this guy doing the exact same thing I was doing a while back? What is he, like a blacksmith or whatever? So I guess that looks more like a carpenter's saw than anything. Wait. Sid, what is it that you're wearing? Yeah, no, that's definitely like carpenter style stuff. At least it's got a sharp edge to hit people with. There we go. Did you see the corpse twitch when he hit it? At last, our very own suit of Magitech armor. Not wishing to look like it's Chocobo in the beak, it does seem rather the worse for wear, doesn't it? Biggs, Wedge, what's your honest assessment? Well, there's the fact that she's smoking, of course, but looking past that, I'd say she was structurally sound. I don't like the way these legs are buckled. I hate to say this, but the servo mechanism may be damaged. Okay, but are those things protected by thick armor plate? They are, yes. It's odd, the casing doesn't seem to have taken a blow. I suspect we're dealing with a faulty part. Whatever it is we're dealing with, we're not resting till it's fixed. Not one wink of sleep, you got that, Wedge? Oh, he caught Chocobo. Funny how people in small towns talk a lot more than in cities. You're not used to it. Yeah, I guess there's like a certain sense of camaraderie, I guess. Or maybe the excitement that a person from the outside has ventured in. A hall has been set aside for our use in Remnant Stall. That's where we'll carry out the repairs. Look for us there. You feel like you've been talked more to random neighbors. You feel like you've talked more to random neighbors in this 1 month than you did in 6 years when you lived in a city. It's a funny story. I still keep discovering new neighbors even though I've lived in this apartment for the past 4 years or so. So yeah, I feel ya. Oh, you're from a small town. That's nice. I'm originally from a small town too, I suppose. Like, for instance, when I went to Japan for my exchange year, right? Apparently, my parents hadn't told our neighbors. We have like a row house in front of ours, and most of the occupants in all of the buildings were elderly. So, from their point of view, right? One day I just disappeared and nobody said anything about anything. And then I think like 4 months or so into my stay overseas, Dad just mentioned something I'd said like, oh yeah, Hella said this and this from Japan, and apparently all of the elderly people were like, oh, so she's not dead, that's good. Get out of my town, transplantree. Yeah, that's the second option. There's only like the 2 extremes. You've lived in all sizes of cities, towns, but small towns are the best though. Yeah, I guess it's the best if you like fit in, but I imagine that if you're like even the least bit irregular or like don't fit into what they consider to be normal, then it must be hell. The magic karma? Sid and the others took it inside. Go in and join them. Excellent. We've now had time to take a closer look at the repo. Our preliminary diagnosis was correct. She's structurally sound, but her servo mechanism is faulty. You needn't worry though, FFXIV will see her restored to her former glory in no time at all. Give those two something to mend and they will think of naught else till the job is done. It's a marvelous thing to behold, provided you remind them to visit the privy. Great! A lot of old people there and they love to gossip. Yep, that sounds about right. When you were a kid, this was a working class town. Now all the rich people came here for the simple country living, and there's 400k condos and Starbucks. Oof. I feel for ya. That does sound like it sucks. If it's a level 45 weapon... Okay, so it's level 46. Yeah. Yeah, no, mine's still better. Mine's way better. Let's just descend this thing. And hope that it gives me something useful. Okay, yeah, no, that's not bad. You have a grocery store and a small hospital there, that's all the major places. Would you believe it when I say that my hometown, the place where my parents live, has both a Prisma and a city market, and they're like 200 meters away from each other. It's so fucking funny because it's such a small town. Like, they do have a movie theater, but it only has one like hall, so there can only be one movie playing at a time. Farmer lost a ton of land to eminent domain for apartments. No one from this community can own because private equity owns it. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I guess that's a common thing that's happening in the States. The repairs are proceeding apace. It shouldn't be long now before Biggs and Wedge complete their work. There is, however, one small problem. As you may recall, the Machina's servo mechanism was discovered to be faulty, which has subsequently ascertained that the Magitech core which drives it is worn beyond use. Such cores are rather fragile devices which must be replaced at regular intervals. Thanks to the negligence of our Imperial colleagues, however, the one used in this repair was long overdue. Alas, we do not have access to a ready replacement here in Mordona. But all is not lost. Wedge thinks he may have identified an alternative solution. Go and see him, would you? He'll explain the details to you. As I believe the chief has already informed you, the Magitech core is worn beyond use. We need to find a replacement. I thought about having you appropriate more Reapers, but even if the dunderhead maintenance engineers of Custom Sentry had remembered to replace the cores, we would risk arousing Imperial suspicion. But do not despair, for I believe there is a solution. To substitute the Magitech core with a mammoth heart. In case you don't know, a mammoth heart can be used to grant sentience to an automaton. By my reckoning, such a device should be more than capable of regulating the armor's servo mechanism. We'll just need to make some minor modifications to the housing unit. I've already placed an order for the first-rate mammoth heart with the Goldsmiths Guild. All that remains is for someone to go to Ul'dah and collect it, and to pay for it. Did I mention how much they cost? No? Well, they typically cost something in the order of I hope you don't mind footing the bill. It's for a good cause. Yep, yeah, it's fine. We can probably afford it. Even if the game actually asks me to use guild for that. Surely they wouldn't make anything cost 500k for a quest. They would not do that to me. Hello there, come to collect a mammoth heart, you say? Then you must be here on behalf of Garland Ironworks. I've taken the liberty of picking the finest example we have, a heart fit for a prince among mammoths. Payment? Oh, that won't be necessary. The heart is for Master Alphino's personal use after all. He notified us a short while ago that his servant would be coming to collect it. I forgot that was a thing. Tender in years though he may be, Master Alphino has been a benefactor of ours since my predecessor's time. The kid is like 12. The Goldsmiths Guild wouldn't dream of charging him. But here is the mammoth heart. May it serve you well. I'm pleased to pass on my compliments to your master. The child is like 12. Has this woman been in charge for like a year, or has this kid been conducting business since he was 4? What do you have to say for yourself, you brat? In the wake of the calamity, the 14th Imperial Legion occupied what remained of Castrum Novum, eventually rebuilding and renaming it the Castrum Sentry. The stronghold contains immense manufacturing and storage facilities, and it is the primary supplier of material for Imperial forces stationed throughout Eorzea. Consequently, it is heavily defended. Infiltrating will not be easy. Nevertheless, it is necessary. I think both Alphino's English and Japanese voice actors also play the game. Like this one. I don't know. Also, his Japanese voice actor is in Lads, which was a something. Do you have the mammoth heart? I can't wait to see if it works. Thank you so much. But this is magnificent. It must have cost an emperor's ransom. Free of charge, courtesy of Alphino. Coming from an influential family certainly has its advantages. But without further ado, let's give it a try. I've already modified the housing unit so it should slot right in. There, she's ready. Magitech armor, engage. Or not. She just needs a loving tap, I'd wager. We've got no business looking like that when we've done the same thing on Weaver. Yes, she's alive. Let's take her outside and put her through the paces. Helia, would you care to do the honors? Not gonna lie, I kinda hate the sound effect that these things make when they walk. It's kinda grating on my ears, not gonna lie. Hop into the pilot seat, we'll begin as soon as you're ready. First, I'd like you to try climbing the tangle of crystals yonder, as far up as you can go if you please. And if for some reason you need to dismount, simply come back here and we'll start again. Oh. We will say that about you. Hush. My God. Okay. Yeah, that'll make it easier. And I guess my sound effects are pretty low. No anomalous movements evident from either leg. Good. Next, jump back down and then sprint north as quick as you can. Where is north? It's over here. I don't know how people do this stuff without having at least one of their gatherers at a high enough level to apply stealth. Leg joints absorbing all impact without incident. Excellent. Please make your way back. The torso remains stable during vigorous motion. Excellent. And that concludes our test. Thank you for your cooperation. Here is a summary of my findings. The drivetrain is in sound condition. With some fine-tuning we can expect a noticeable improvement in performance. As for the servo mechanism, I'm afraid it's not nearly as responsive as it should be, and I'm at a loss to explain why. The mammoth heart is in pristine condition and should be installed correctly. Perhaps its inner workings are simply too different to operate harmoniously with the armor's other mechanisms. If you only play one job and do every side quest, by the time you get to Modona you're already 11 levels above every enemy. That's a good point. That is indeed a good point. Whereas Magitech cores serve only to conduct impulses, mammoth hearts enable automata to process the information collected by the sensors as feelings. Maybe she just doesn't feel like part of the team, in which case we should do all our best to make her feel welcome. Sure. Excellent. Daft as it felt, I gave it my best. I've welcomed myself to a bloody standstill. What were you expecting it to do anyway? Bob as a curtsy? No doubt you're wondering why the servo mechanism is important as to warrant this silliness. Without it, the pilot would be required to control the armor's every movement manually. This would be an onerous task at the best of times and wholly impractical during battle. Oh right, I forgot we can do that nowadays. I've just been like typing, you know, the motion command so it doesn't show up in everybody else's chat when I'm doing it. Using a mammoth heart in place of the one Magitech core seemed a promising solution. Alas, the device doesn't appear to be compatible with Galean technology. Wedge, are there no other ways we might demonstrate our appreciation to our friend here? I'm at my wit's end, Chief. She just doesn't seem convinced. We could try a little dance, perhaps, or cheer our heads off? Imperials, they've come for the armor. Damn it, they have us cornered. taken by the traitor Garland, and he's not the Icon Slayer? Oh, bollocks. It's not an easy day to be this guy. Call for reinforcements. Bollocks. Hello, Frey. How are ya? You know, we were just talking about how Alphinaud's voice actor is also in Lads. You've come at a great time. Twitch hates you? Oh no, what did it do? Is it no longer like giving you access to streams? We've located the stolen Reaper, requesting immediate assistance. Respond. Respond! He unfollowed everybody you followed? Oh shit! Oh no! I'm so sorry that happened. That is so strange. I hope it's not like a bug that's like commonly going around. Even me? Oh, damn it. I'm so sorry that happened. Oh, you're right. It really did do that. Thanks for the free follow. Oh dear. How many people were you following? Like at least 300 or something, considering all your connections, right? Oh, that sounds like such a pain in the ass. Curse you, Garland. No matter, if we can't reclaim it, destroy it. It can't be because you changed your name. Like, surely it wouldn't do that. Oh, if you did it a lot? Like 500. Ooh, I'm so sorry. That's gonna take a while to filter through. But yeah, no, changing your name should have nothing to do with it, I don't think. Like, it would be insane if they actually did that. Like, every time somebody changes their name, they just unfollow everybody on their list. At least they're like Discord friends with most of them, yeah? So you can still like, you know, find them later on. Can you guys like stop doing that? Stop bullying my girlie. Yeah, Frey has a bunch of connections. I wonder where they spawned this guy from, cause he sure wasn't in the cutscene. There we go. You need to make like an Excel sheet of your phone book in case this happens again. So you have everybody's like Twitch links in there for easy refollowing. You follow 15 people and only talking 5. That is so relatable. I follow so many people, but I'm so bad at like talking in chat. Remember to hydrate, guys. Hydrating is important. Chief, look, she moved. And now she deigns to grace us with her presence. You know, when you hydrate, all of the drink should go in your mouth. I don't think that's what's happening in the emote over there. It took us a good while, but we're finally ready. It's time to infiltrate Castrum Sentry and rescue our comrades. Close enough. No, it's not. It needs to stay in there, not waterfall out of there. There, the finishing touch. The finishing touch. So to speak. Look at all those pixels. But I guess they're not like as egregious as the Exarch or Varys' pixels. Like, I swear the first time we saw Varys on screen, you could like count the pixels in his eyes when they showed a close-up of him. Now your data, Jesus, what happened? What is your data doing to you? Yeah, the seven mechanism is now fully functional, and all it took was a simple fight to the death. Remind me not to install a mammoth heart around the Enterprise, would you? Much as I love her, I would rather not be required to profess it before boarding. But enough of that, let us see to our final preparations. Oh no! Friend, if you are at work, perhaps it would be best for you to close the stream. Like, I love having you here, don't get me wrong, but you should get that bread. Thanks to Biggs and Wedge, the Reaper is as good as new. We're as prepared as we're like to get. Unlucky with only 1080p only. Isn't the next one up from that 4K? We don't have the fucking bandwidth to stream in 4K! Way, look at me, I leveled up. What does it say about here, actually? There's a 49. That's a 49. YouTube stream has quality options. I think they're capped at what I'm putting out. And I think like 1080p is the best I can get from my end. So I think even on YouTube that's gonna be the maximum. I don't know, you can go check if you want. I do be streaming on YouTube also. No, everything is low 49, so not relevant as of yet. Got it. With shitty data you could watch on lower settings, yes. Take it all the way down to 240 or whatever it is. Make me micro-sized. How go your preparations? We leave as soon as you're ready. 160? Oh, brother, isn't that like Game Boy Color resolution or something? Put me on your smart fridge. You're not a true fan unless you're streaming me from your smart fridge. That is a joke, by the way. I thought I'd give you all a roaring send-off. 'Tis the least I can do for the fine men and women what are about to make my lifelong wish come true. You're at 144p and you're still buffering. Oh no! Oh, Frey is struggling. Can you guys see his YouTube chat over on the video? Is it visible? Hang on. Let me see. Yes, you can. Indeed, you can. I am so sorry to hear that your data's like that. Man, I thought 160 was like the lowest it could go. Now we know better. We'll do our best. It occurs to me for all the help you've afforded us, we know little and less about you. When did the Empire do to earn your ire? But I fear I've put curiosity before consideration. I quite understand if you'd rather not relive those memories. No, I don't mind really. Truth be told, a part of me was itching to tell you my tale. Mind you, it is hardly novel. I ain't the first to suffer at Imperial hands. You can't read texts on screen and Fuki looks like your Stardew Valley character. Wait, maybe we should make like a pixel art sprite. That would be neat, wouldn't it? Like, I think like if I put a grid onto what's it called, Live 2D, I might even be able to make it like sort of move in a pixel art style fashion. It would be insanely funny to make like a pixel art Live 2D sprite though. We should do that. Put that on the list of things we will do. Oh my god, that is so fucking tiny. Yeah, no, reading text is out of the question with that one, isn't it? Oh no. I do commend your effort though. Does it affect the sound quality or is it just the visuals? Because wouldn't it be really fucking funny if 144p also made the sound 8-bit? Like most folk, I used to have a mother. She was a sweet, caring woman with a smile never far from her face. There was a sister too, pretty little things she was, gentle as a lamb but tough as nails. We were poor folk living simple lives, but we knew happiness just the same. And then the Imperials came and took it all away. When Alamigo fell, they put my family in a camp. Being a lad, I was made to do hard labor while my mother and sister were forced... Oh. They hid their suffering from me as best as they could, I knew, and the thought of it drove me mad. We had to escape, and so I hatched the plan to get us out of the city. Oh. We were picking our way around a gorge not far outside the walls when they caught up to us, and rather than allow themselves to be taken again, my mother and sister... Oh. Heartbroken as I was, I didn't put up a fight with the Imperials, clapped me in chains and dragged me back. Oh. It was some years after that I escaped again, and that time I got away. I swore then that I'd get revenge on the Empire, and because an adventurer so asked to hone my skills, I earned the coin I needed. But nigh on 2 decades have since gone by, and what have I achieved? Bugger all, that's what. Oh. Not like you lot. You ain't been here 10 minutes and you've already done more than I managed in 10 bloody years. You give us too much credit, Glament. We seek only to rescue our friends. I seek to wreak havoc. Speak for yourself. Well, what's more important than that? And Henry Road, after you've got your friends back, you're planning on going after the Empire, and don't pretend you ain't. I've helped a few folk take on Imperials over the years, and every time I have, it's helped stave off my appetite for revenge. But someone tells me I won't be going hungry for a while, what with everything you've got planned. Yeah. Are you sure that will satisfy you? If you wish to strike back at the Empire with your own hand, you need only say the word. Don't say that, this guy's gonna end up at Belsa's wall if you do that. That's gonna be a bad time, all around. We'll be glad to have you with us. Tempting though your offer is, I'm afraid I must decline. I swore to get revenge on the Empire, it is true, but I've long since realized that the front lines are no place for a man like me. Yes, good. The Summers would call me a craven, but I prefer to think of myself as a realist. My talents lie in scheming, you see, not swordplay. Helping folk like you is how I can make the most difference. That's quite enough storytelling for one day. Best not keep your friends waiting any longer. I'll be praying for your safety and success. May Ralgar give you strength. Man, yeah, the Alamigans have really gone through it, haven't they? Wherever the Empire goes, misery invariably follows in its wake. For the sake of all who call Eorzea home, we must put an end to Gaius' ambitions. But first, we have friends to rescue. Big Swedge and I will lie in wait east of Castrum Sentry, just outside the Stronghold's patrol perimeter. Join us when you're ready. Oh, and don't forget to wear your disguise, or this will be the shortest rescue mission in history. Right, I forgot we had the clothes. I had forgotten about the clothes. I guess we didn't need them for the other mission, cause that one was like available even without wearing them. This one's gone red until it checks that you've got the right equipment on. That doesn't make any sense though. No sir, it don't make sense. Wow, you seriously put this thing right next to the mud puppy. You know what? I have faith in Jonathan, this is fine. It probably won't check what class I am with it. No, it won't. It doesn't care. This is fine. Thanks, Yoshi-P. Yes, thanks, Yoshi-P. Forgive me for saying so, but you look rather fine in Imperial Black and Crimson. Definitely your colors. No, they're not. My color is purple. You fraud. But now is not the time for jests. We're just gonna ignore the pickaxe, are we? Let's review the infiltration plan. Castrum centralized just beyond. A short while ago, an Imperial patrol left to do its rounds. Alphino and I will create a diversion out here and keep them occupied for as long as we are able. Meanwhile, the three of you will enter the stronghold posing as the patrol returning from duty. Should Alphino and I prove less distracting than hoped, I will contact you via link pearl. Be ready to beat a hasty retreat. Yeah, sure, why not? Are you allowed to do that? Which will lead the way in the Reaper? Stay close to him. And I hardly need to tell you this, but don't do anything suspicious. Sure. I can't even explode anything as a miner, to be honest. And least you wonder, Ida and Yastela left shortly before you arrived. We had planned that they should linger in the vicinity to cover our retreat in the event that Alphino and I attracted too much attention. But the approach of an Imperial vehicle forced us to improvise. Don't be too disappointed, they did at least send a message for you. Something along the lines of, don't do anything reckless if memory serves. Wise words. Alright, the Imperial patrol should be returning any moment now. You'd best be off. Good luck, may the 12th keep you. Sure, why not? I can't believe they're actually letting me do this on minor. Screenshots you're seeing. You mean in Discord? That would be the stream at 140p. No, 144p. So technically the screenshots you're not really seeing, because there isn't much to see. Right. That's how Frey is currently watching the stream. Or like, not really watching the stream since he can't get even that to buffer properly. I wonder who this is. She sounds really familiar. I need to look up her voice actress after this. Unless she and Lukia have the same voice actress. That would make sense. Livia looks like Joy from Bayonetta. I'll take your word for it. Oh, it's Ohara. Okay, that makes sense. That's Beatrice from Umineko. No wonder she sounds so familiar. I literally just yesterday watched a short from one of the Genshin radios she was on.
つらをキャンプに連れて行け。カストルム・メリディアヌムの研究室へ送る。
Why are you face palming? Is that like... Yes, that is indeed Genshin, but that's the wrong character. Ohara voice is Ning Wang in Genshin. Never mind, she doesn't look like Joy, the face threw you off. I mean, if the face looks like Joy, that's still valid. Yeah, she's just wearing like the Centurion uniform, but colored differently. For reasons I'm not entirely sure of. Does she have the same voice as Lukia as well? Has Lukia been Ohara-san all this time and I just never realized? Okay. Let's see. Perform an Imperial Salute. It's also Erza from Fairy Tail. Yeah, she's done a lot. She's a super well-known voice actress. Oh, my apologies, I didn't notice you there, so engrossed was I in my task. You'd be engrossed too had the Tribunus commanded you to arrange for the prisoners to be transported. Looking up anything a Bayonetta on stream is like an instant ban. Yeah, I do know enough about Bayonetta to know that I shouldn't be looking up anything on Twitch. What prisoners do I speak of? You mean you haven't heard? Only the infamous Scions of the Seventh Dawn captured by the Tribunus herself. If you don't believe me, have a look in the storage tower when next you pass that way. These people are so fucking incompetent, I love it. That's a fine salute. Part of the maintenance crew from Occident, are you? Welcome to Castrum Sentry, Engineer. What? Prisoners? Ah, you've heard of the rumors then. Yes, they're being held in the storage tower, but I strongly suggest you pay them no mind. You were summoned here to work, not to go up at the Eorzea's defeated heroes. Now show a bit of enthusiasm or I'll have you reported. Dick. I can't attack him, that is unfortunate. Hi Carl! Welcome raiders! How you doing? It's been a while. How was your stream? Did you guys have fun? Wait, let's do it. It's been so long since I streamed, I fully forgot how to do stuff. Let's do a shout out for Carl. And then later on we'll also shout out to Conjurer who raided us before, because I was like a dum-dum and I didn't realize that shoutouts are a thing. You're doing good and had fun playing Deponia. Ooh, what's Deponia? I don't think I've ever heard of that game. What kind of game is it? It's a point and click. Ooh, is it like you're trying to find clues or evidence or stuff like that? Oh, more of a story-driven one. Greetings, comrade. Forgive me for asking, but you haven't visited the storage tower recently, have you? I only asked because I dropped something in there and oh, who am I fooling? I've fallen for one of the prisoners, alright. I dare say you know the one I mean. Eh? The svelte blonde? Goodness no. It's the Lalafell lass I'm smitten with. She's so adorable it hurts. I want to sweep her up in my arms and squeeze her till my arms ache. What do you reckon it would take to convince the Centurion to lend me the key so I can see her? Kill this guy. Kill this guy right now. Oh, there's some puzzle elements. That's interesting. That the IGN review of Mixtape was the same guy who didn't get past the tutorial of Cuphead. Oh no. I hear that Mixtape got like really good reviewer scores, but everybody who plays it just hates it. Gotta look and get some food. Yes, absolutely, take care of yourself. Thank you for stopping by, thank you for the lurk. And thank you so much for the raid. We're gonna be playing a bit more until we manage to burn this place to the ground. No, I'm joking, until we manage to save our friends. Friendship is the way. You never watched the IGN reviews, unbelievably inaccurate. Yeah, same. I only watch reviews from people who like actually play games. Or like, who can prove that they play games. But even then, like, YouTubers nowadays, a lot of them are sponsored by games and such, so you can't even trust those, really. What's this? You need access to the storage tower. What business have you there? At the Tribunal's behest, you say? This is highly irregular, but it would not do to make my What? It would not do to make my lady wrath? Take my identification key, see that it is returned when your errand is concluded. What is this guy on about? IGN gave Alien Isolation like 6 because it was too hard. Okay. Okay. I guess anything can be too hard if you're like that. Yeah, let's also do a belated shout out for Z2 Conjurer, cause I forgot. Yes. There we go. Next time I forget to shout out a raider, please let me know. I'm bad at this. Crazy that the shooter game has shooting! Mouse PI is 6.4 because there's too much shooting. Man, let's give the shooter game a 6.4 because there's too much shooting. I was sure the thing wasn't like written by AI. At this point it wouldn't even surprise me. Okay, let us break into the place or whatever. I wonder if I could have changed my class in the midst of this. IGN is the equivalent of giving directions to a blind person. Are you sure? Cause I think blind people can follow directions to a certain extent if you give them properly. Right, okay, so I should be able to like switch classes, surely. Cause there's a duty right there. Yeah, that's more like it. There we go. Exactly, to an extent. Yeah, fair. Do I have to be wearing this stuff? Surely not. Yeah, we're fine. Bet IGN gave God of War 3 because there's too much movement. No, it was a 3 because the muscles were too bulging. It was unrealistic. I mean, Philia and the rest, thank goodness they're safe. I am the one you want, leave the others be. If you harm my friends, I swear I shall take my own life and you shall answer to your mistress. Hey, did I see wrong or did Papalima just like have his weapon on him? Like, you didn't even disarm him? What is this, amateur hour? We must do something. We risk collecting the entire cast from nowhere here. We sure do. That is the plan. Oh, it was a 9.3? See, they do have some taste. Aye, you're right. We may not get a better chance. This is the third squadron. What is it? A Reaper? Seized? When? And this came to light only now? The culprits will have left a trail. Take as many men as you need and scour the area. I want that Reaper found. Well, wouldn't you know it? We're here to return it to you. Congrats. What the? Strike my last. Eliminate the intruders. The IGN review for Mouse PI was a 6 because there's too many cheese jokes in the mouse game. Bro. That is tragic. Nope. Ow. Ow. Oh my god. Die, bitch, die. At least these people don't have health bars. That would be bad. Also, what will Urianger do right now? Because there's no astrologer in game yet. Is it gonna be like an arcanist? Whoops. I thought I was supposed to like open rope once or something. Never mind then. I was so scared. It was foolish of you to come here. You might have been killed. But thank you. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not arrived when you did. I say, did you not see Thancred anywhere? I'm beginning to fear for the fella. To linger here shall yield us no answer. Let us away ere the window to our liberty closes shut. I did not miss Urianger. He's a great character, but I did not miss reading his lines. What did you say? Escaped? Then recapture them? Fail and I shall have your head. And what have we here? The Tribunus herself, just as he said. You have the eye of an Arimanida. Well, she's kind of hard to miss in the showy armor of hers. Accursed scions, how did you slip our defenses? With unexpected ease, if truth be told. Tell her. There chanced to be a commotion outside the castrum's walls, which allowed us to avail ourselves of the comforts of your vehicle. Yestal has just been polite. That was one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever stowed away in. It's no wonder it's called the Phantom Train. No passenger should be seen would be seen dead on it. Oh no, your Twitch crashed for a minute? Oh dear, that's bad. Twitch really been having problems lately, huh? So you scuttled in amidst the fright like the vermin you are. I shall be sure to have words with our ratcatcher. Such negligence is unforgivable. That is far from your most pressing concern. First you must answer for your own wrongdoings, Livia, just Junius. Wait, is it Junius or Junius? I guess it's like our J since it's Latin, right? Twitch is twitching. Oh no. It's finally living up to its name, unfortunately not in the good sense. 'Twas you who led the raid on the Waking Suns. You who butchered unarmed men and women for the crime of being unworthy of capture. Livia sauce, Junius. We need an Among Us emote for that. You renamed your Twitch geek. You killed our friends. We'll never forgive you. Nor shall we suffer you to play Geosia any longer. We take you to your god. More intruders! Protect the tribunus! Confound it. Ida, with me! See, if you had just gone for the kill instead of yapping so long, you could have gotten her. Instead of what's up, it's what's up. What's up? Where's His Excellency? In the hangar, my lady, in discussion with our guest. Alert him at once. Yes, my lady. No, no, no! There they are, fan out and surround them. Uh-oh, boys, looks like it's time for murder. No, Wedge, don't do it. Murder. Oh no, hold them off. I'll look after Minfilia and Tataru. Oh, is it gonna be a battle check? Will he have physic for me? That would be nice. Oh, I did something to my throat. Oh, yeah, look, he's summoning something. Hush. Excuse me? Can you finish casting? Dumbass. Right. My man still has eye for an eye. I forgot that was a thing. Oh. Oh, someone has gave us Vanguard a stone skin. How thick is that thing? What the? Hello? Oh, cause it's invulnerable. I can't even fucking switch my... Oh my god. Actually, insane. Oh great. Am I missing something, or is that just a really fucking thick ass stone skin? How is it not breaking? Oh, whatever is creating the shield is nearby it. Gotcha. Gotta destroy the things. Where are the things? I am so lost. Where are the things? Help. Wait, I'm not seeing any things. When I did your speedrun, you failed. Oh my god, finally people I can actually kill! What a joyous day. There must be something out here. Look at this bitch ass motherfucker using fire 2 on a single target. What are you doing? Like, are we even trying? Did you even read your tooltips? Oh, so we just needed to find the one thing at a time. I see. Oh, don't do that. Oh, hello? Excuse you? Wait, is that thing actually involved too? It didn't have stone skin on it though. Oh, yeah. 2 more shields now. Okay. Got it. hard casting Fire 3. You're supposed to wait for Fire starter, you dumbass. It's like somewhere out here, surely. No? Oh, no, never mind. Hello? Should I kill the, like, non-involved one? Yeah, it's taking damage. We should probably kill it before these two die. Orienja, please, you are an arcanist. You should have physic, no? Yeah, that was the sound of a healing spell. Okay, eye for an eye. Honestly, what should be Papalimo who's casting Cure? Yep. Yep, that tracks. Where's the other shield? Why have I not gone to look for it? Excuse me? What the fuck? Urienja put his bonus skill points into int instead of mine. Papalimo is a black mage, so all his points should be in int as well. Probably stuck in cleric stance too. I think he's like technically a summoner, so he doesn't even have cleric stance. And like conversely, if he put all his points into int and he does cleric stance, then wouldn't that make him like better at healing? Cause it swaps the two. Like imagine a fucking white mage who puts all of their points into intelligence and switches into cleric stance in order to heal. Oh great, they brought in a Colossus. Oh, there's the cohort who's aggro me. That makes sense. I miss cleric stance too. Like, I had hoped that they would have at least brought it back for the, whatchamacallit? The new battle mode they're adding to everything. This thing is still taking damage, yeah, it is. But like, if anything, it looks like healers are going in the opposite direction. At least we now have more effects than just regular old Blair for the combo. But I don't know how I feel about the rest of the White Mage kit that they showed. Cause like, I'm just saying, in a game like this, the best DPS is killing the boss before it gets to kill you. Hello Fendlier, it's been a while, have fun lurking, thank you so much for joining the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are currently committing murder.
NANI?
ヤシトラ待たせたわねミンフィリアパパリモミンフィリアイダ遅いぞイダ
Oh, the whole gang's back together.
よかった無事でさてよーしやっちゃるかしかしこの数が相手では
バカ野郎あれ置いて逃げ出してきたのか
そんなこと言ったって取りつかれたら勝てるわけないっす
We're not that heavily outnumbered.
なんだと
Come on, we've got 2 black mages. We can take those guys in a fight.
おお これだシド聞こえるか5つ数えたらそこから飛び降りろいいな
5、4、3、2。
New theory, Wall doesn't know how to count. Cause we definitely did not say 1 out there. It makes sense though, because we did have a fan theory that the Wall also cannot read until we started writing memos in Shadowbringers. Hi, I love Tomboy Feet. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for the follow. My name is Hello. I'm a VTuber from Finland. And we have been committing murder today. How are we all doing? I'm doing okay. We are doing good. How is everybody else doing? Is Frey still suffering on YouTube with the 144p resolution? Or did he go back to work already?
万神を制すこの力こそエオルゼアを救う王者の剣よそれを覚えておくのだな
The only resolution, yes. He did send pics on Discord on what it actually looks like, full size, and it was pretty rough. Like, poor bloke couldn't even read anything on screen. It's Big Fat Tacos!
例の兵器か
アルテマウェポン完成していたのね。
Oh yeah, these guys were locked up when they completed the weapon, so they wouldn't know.
アルテマウェポン
アラミゴで発掘された古代アラグ帝国の遺産あらゆる万神を打ち払いあらゆる国を焼き払うという絶対の力帝国はその力を携えエオルゼア諸国に服従を誓わせる気を
ガイウス貴様は
あれは見ろガイウスの横奴は天使い天使いアシエンだ
Monster? Is it too late to open another monster? Depends on what time you need to be up tomorrow. If you can sleep in, then go for it. I mean, it is a Saturday though, isn't it? So you probably don't have anything.
と呼ばれアシエンたちを束ねる上級の存在
てはあれがアシエン・ラハブレア
Is that the first Lahabret name drop? Yeah, you got nothing. Open the monster. You've earned it. It's been a long week. Oh, are you doing a face reveal?
サンクレット
Go get your monster.
サンクレット彼がアシエン・ラハブレアだったというの
Gasps. Shock horror.
限界だ脱出するぞ
I love Lahabrea's chain smoker voice. It's fantastic.
サンクレットがアシエン・ラハブレアだったとはな
よりにもよって彼に足縁関連の調査を進めさせていたのは私なのだぞ。気づけなかった自分が情けない。
Don't worry, buddy, you won't learn anything for another expansion or so.
そして我々の情報は奴らに筒抜けだったというわけだ。くそ。帝国の切り札アルテマウェポンは完成した。万神をいともたやすくねじ伏せる力、そしてあの火力、あの兵器の脅威を一刻も早くエオルゼア同盟軍に伝えなければならない。落ち込んでいる場合ではないぞ。
もしもし。そう、私は
ともあれ皆は無事だったのだ。
おかげさまで無事よ。
敵がどんなに強大であろうとも力を合わせて戦えばよい。暁の決命にはそれができるのだから。
分かった。
今こそエオルゼア諸国へ知らしめるのだ。万神ガルーダ討伐の知らせとともに暁がよみがえったことを。ここからの戦いは君が頼りだ。頼んだぞ。
それじゃ
It's the music.
行きましょう。諸国を束ねる首領たちのもとへ。
Hills take the Black Wolf and his new toy. Are we talking about Thancred or the weapon? Rally all available forces. I want them ready to move on my word. And relay to Slough soon the order to sail, that is all. Oh no, rugged in names. My arch nemesis. The maelstrom stands ready. What of the flames? Ready as we like to be. I need only give the word to Roel. She's so small compared to the other two. Has there been no word from Ishgard? None. The dragons have got their donks. Silent to the last. I was unwise to hope for better. What would stir the Archbishop to open his holy mouth if not this? And he claims the fury for his god. 'Tis bad comedy. No, Thornton would be very upset if he heard you say that. The Holy See has made its choice. We will proceed without its cooperation. I believe we are all acquainted with the terms of the Black Wolf's ultimatum. We must agree upon a course of action, not less than the fate of Eorzea hangs upon the decision of this council. Van Bazel claims to wield the power to smite primals. Should we yield to him, he pledges to rid the realm of its false gods, yet offer resistance, and he swears that we shall share the primals' fate. Pardon me my bluntness, but I like not these choices. 'Tis too great a decision for any one of our nations to make alone. Choose we surrender or resistance, we must answer as one, for if but one surrenders, the rest shall surely fall. Let us pray for the wisdom to be right by all our peoples. And also Al Amigo, kinda, technically, I guess. Wow, you know you're in Ulta when the shout chat is just like blazing right after you load in. Tancred's plight troubles us all, yet we cannot allow anything to come between us and our goal. God, you hate pointless work meetings, don't we all? It could have been an email. It could always have been an email. So long as the Ultima weapon exists, Eorzea will never know peace. Let us go to the Alliance leaders and help them to make the right decision. Not even, they just wanted to play a game over call. I'm sorry, play a game over call at work. Okay, that sounds like a very productive workday. Grim tidings. It seems that word of the Ultima weapon's existence has already reached the Alliance leaders in the form of an ultimatum. They have gathered in the fragrant chamber and are deliberating their answer even as we speak. Dude, I've been here 7 years, we're not friends, we're never gonna be friends, it's cringe. Stop trying to make fetch happen. Beleaguered as they are, I fear they may well elect to lay down their arms in the belief that surrender will spare their people untold suffering, yet nothing could be further from the truth. That which the Black Wolf offers will doom Eorzea, not deliver it, and the leaders must be aware of this. Let us hurry to them and ensure that they do not act in ignorance of the consequences. Yes, what is it, Jake? A very personal question. Might be too much but to figure, but you'll ask. Yeah, sure, go ahead. I'll just let you know if I can't answer it. Do I like takoyaki? I guess, yeah. It's not bad, but the mouthfeel of the octopus is something that I'm not really used to. I've been like trying to find places in Finland that would like sell octopus so I could make takoyaki myself. Try it out, but honestly, that's never gonna happen. We're not gonna find anything like that. Where do I wanna go? Hastings Street, okay. You've never had it and you want it, but there's nowhere there that has it. Yeah, I think octopus is like one of those seafoods that's really difficult to preserve for like transport. Cause I've never seen it sold anywhere here either. Even in like bigger markets that do carry all sorts of, you know, other stuff from different countries. But yeah, it wasn't bad. It was just like the texture of it was a bit odd compared to like other fishy stuff. The Council of the Alliance Leaders is presently in progress in the fragrant chamber. I must ask that you step away from the doors, madam. You know my face, you idiot. I'm sorry, you're here on behalf of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn? 1,000 pardons, my lady, of course you may enter. Yeah, the octopus... It has this kind of rubbery feel to it, almost, I think. You know, we made it once back in 2016, cause the family I was staying with had the like custom pan, you know, which has the half ball shaped holes where you can make it, and then you use like one of those cocktail sticks to turn the ball over. You've tried fried octopus rings once, never again. Yeah, I think like octopus on its own is probably not all that good. It needs a certain amount of like batter or something to go with it.
帝国軍第14軍団長ガイウスから我々に届けられた書簡。
Yeah, making takoyaki is really fun too. When you like get to flip the ball over.
アルテマウェポンを持つ帝国軍の前に屈するのか。
第7零祭から5年、人々の顔にやっと笑顔が戻ってまいりました。その人々を 再び戦場に送ることなどたやすく決意できるものではありません。特にガイウス教が申す通り三番神をたやすく打つ力があるのであればなおのこと。それにソージャ島は国内の不測の事態に備えておく必要があります。
エオルゼア諸国が抱える蛮神問題。大きな犠牲を払い蛮神と永遠に戦い続ける未来はまさに暗黒。このまま消耗戦を続けることは我が国家団に限らず皆が望まぬはず。
Yes, this is indeed a woman. You should write it with a capital W. No, no, no. She's a woman. She leads the pirate nation.
ガイウス率いる第14軍団が本国の意向を離れ独自に動いているとの情報もある。奴らに従わないまでも同調の道を探ることもできるのではないか。
コーテスと呼ばれた女提督殿も弱気なことだ。結局はグリダニアもリムサロミンサも国内問題を優先したいのである。ウルダハも人のことを言うのか。恥ずかしい話だがな。迫るアマルジャ族に押し寄せる難民、そして一枚岩になりきるにサカツ州。
She's the kind of woman
不
you
滅隊
write
も
with
簡
capital
単には
letter.
動かせん。
Well, the nation she leads is the nation of pirates, which means that the strongest among the people gets to lead them. So she beat every other candidate for the position, like physically. Yeah, it's not about that. It's about because she's a woman with a capital W that you write it with that. Is that not a thing you guys do in America? To like write nouns with a capital letter to like emphasize it? Oh, English is a second language. Oh, okay, I see. I see. Yeah, we sometimes do stuff like, especially like online, where we write something with a capital letter to like put emphasis on a common noun. You just go call her blowfish. Fair.
大層な演説で国民を沸き立たせたところで目の前の問題がすぐに片付くわけではない。
ラウバーン、それはどこの国も同じじゃ。誰もそれを責めることはできぬ。皆戦いに疲れておるのじゃ。承知した民を導くには綺麗事の言葉も必要。祭り事とはかようなものじゃろ。ガイウスなる者がそれを責めようとも、わらわはラウバーン、そちを責めん。力なきはわらわも同じじゃ。もとよりエオルゼアと帝国は敵じゃ。ただ復興に明け暮れる日々の中でそれを忘れていただけに過ぎぬ。
私たちが復興を目指す陰で帝国は刃を研ぎ続けていった。森を抜ける風のごとく過ぎ去っていったこの5年、私たちと帝国が成してきたことはあまりに違います。
今や暁の血命は失われた。彼らは蛮神問題の担い手としてだけでなくエオルゼアの精神の支柱でもあったのだ。
I forgot we really hadn't announced our like presence to
暁の
them.
血命は失われてなぞいない。
Because like we've been jumping around even
ミンフィリ
after
ア
we got like
アルフィノ殿、それにシド。
not even Japanese food. That is such a mood. I feel ya. He really do be good.
あなたもみんな無事で。
お前たち 生きていたのか。
どうしたのだ諸国の首領よ。エオルゼアの民は皆気高く誇り高く惜しいのではなかったのか。
万神を倒すために
Oh, there's a really
大きな
nice
力に
Japanese
頼るのは
restaurant
間
in
違ってい
Turku.
ます。
I know a really good one in Helsinki. And there's also like an izakaya type of place in Tampere that I've gone to once. We were kind of planning on going there again on a Helatorstai with a friend of mine, but like they weren't open, even though there was like no notice on their like, you know, the door or anywhere that, you know, we're temporarily closed due to this being a public holiday. So I went to a different place. It was good too though. They had really good mocktails.
大きな力を用いて万神を倒したとしても、結局はそれより大きな力を求めて新たな民が新たな万神を生み出すだけ。
It's just because you're a disgusting... No, 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 you're not. All Asian food you eat, an hour later you're hungry again. Oh, that's odd. I feel like Asian food is like really filling. Especially anything with like rice on it. But maybe it's just because I don't eat all that much even though I'm also fat.
万神とは混乱と絶望のうちに民が祈り願うことで生まれいずるもの。ならばその世を正さない限り万神は生まれ続けるのです。
それに帝国と同調などありえない。奴らが力でエオルゼアを支配する未来、それこそ暗黒の時代が訪れるぞ。
目の前の問題は自分たちで解くことに意味があります。安易に力という回答に頼るのは怠惰よ。
That's an impressive metabolism if you're hungry 24/7. I do kinda get it though, because my brother is one of those people too. Like, he'll have dinner and then 10 minutes later he'll be making himself popcorn.
エオルゼアの平和とは何だ。5年前皆が命がけで戦ったのはなぜだ。真の平和と自由を勝ち取るためだろう。エオルゼアはまだ牙を失っていない。そうだろう。
私たち暁の明かりは再び灯ったのです。今こそもう一度心を一つにエオルゼアを救うために。
真の商人は未来の利のために財を投じる者。そうなんだろ、牛親父。
He calls him Bull Uncle in Japanese.
シド。
自分の愚かしさに腹が立ちます。大地と豊穣の女神ノフィカ様の教えを今になって思い出すとは。豊穣の恵みは先人の血と汗と中にこそ得られるもの。それを森の恵みだなどと享受することに慣れきっていた私は、なんと情けないことか。グリダニアはエオルゼアの気高き民。私たちグリダニアは歴史上も侵略者に対して一歩も引かずに戦ってきたのです。今さら何を及び腰になる必要がありましょうか。ソージャ島は動きます。この神々に愛されし美しい大地から帝国を放逐し、私たちのエオルゼアを取り戻すために。
But you know, we're not the aggressor. No, no, Nanamo is like 21. She's a toddler.
そうじゃ、その顔じ
I
ゃ。
think she like
お主らにエオルゼ
early
アに足らなかっ
20s
たも
at
のじゃ。
least. It was probably stated somewhere. I do have the Encyclopedia Eorzea, at least the first one. I could check, but Yeah, that's for later.
ラウバン、ウルダハも負けてはおれぬぞ。
いつの間にか我が輩は恐れていた。また祖国を失うこと。
I mean, she's from the short race. Google says 21. Yeah, see? I know my lore. I know my lore, goddammit. Like, you've got some of the Lalafell, the adult guys especially, will have like incredibly deep voices in the Realm Reborn patches. It's super funny.
戦わずして祖国を守れようか。困難こそ正気かつ正気と分かっていたはずではないか。我らウルダハはエオルゼアの王式民。枯れた砂地に倒れようとも砂金をつかみ立ち上がるまでよ。我が輩たちは何度背中を押されたのだろうな。この熱き心を持つ者たちに。
さすがグランドカンパニーの名手たち。どいつもこいつも裏を返せばクセ者揃いってわけか。私だって気骨一筋の海賊上がりだ。たとえ相手が帝国だろうとやってやろうじゃないか。面倒なやつは味方につけるか海に沈めろ。海賊の掟に従うまでだ。エオルゼアの誇り高き民、リムサロミンサという巨漢の底力を見せてやる。
このエオルゼアの危機、わらわたちで守ってみせようぞ。
おう。
まずはアルテマウェポンの頭を押さえます。
How many years has passed between a Realm Reborn and Dawn Trailing game?
お願いする。
That's a really good
前
question.
線に出よう。
Like, especially because we have to account for the fact that we traveled all the way from Eolzea to Othard. And not just that, but people have made the trek afterwards without teleporting, right? It has to be quite a long time. I would say at least a decade, if not more. Like, it's a bit strange that the twins haven't really grown. But I can't remember when the Elezen growth spurt actually is supposed to hit. It might be in the like late 20s because they live longer than the other races. Or like at least longer than Hugh. I guess Lalafell might live about as long as Elezen do.
軍略は我らに任せよ。砂の家に控え、号令を待つがよいぞ。
But also because there's been quite a few like large military operations as well. Like having everybody get their military all the way to the locks, for instance. That can't have happened in like just an instant. We got S for the ether tickets only. Yes we do. There's such a pretty glamour. What is that? Is that the new like magical girl style one? I should look into whether or not I can buy that. Because it should be like one of the crafted sets, yeah? it would make it a lot more complicated for the production team if they actually had to define the passage of time in any way. It really does make sense like that.
バラバラになりかけていたエオルゼアがまた一つになってくれたわね。
そしてエオルゼアの牙がまだ折れていないことが証明された。
祖父もこんな気持ちだったのだろうか。あれも君の超える力なのかい？
まさか。ただ暁というほのかな明かりが世界を照らした、それだけよ。あら、ちょうどよかった。私たちも今戻ってきたところよ。今開けるわ。大丈夫よ。
担当国のグランドカンパニーと連絡を密に取り作戦を詰めてくれ。ウルダ派はシド頼めるか？
任せろ。さて、忙しくなるな。燃えてきたぜ。
Yeah, to be honest. What is it?
忙しくなるわね。
Don't worry, you're not a dingus.
私たちは以前から天使いアシエについて調べてきたの。古の時代より歴史の陰に潜み、常に混乱と戦を煽ってきた者たち。アシエンは実体を持たぬ不死の存在よ。黒い水晶、闇のクリスタルを媒体にそれを手にした者に憑依する。結論から言うわ。サンクレットは救えます。
これが闇のクリスタル。
それはエオルゼア各地の変属性クリスタルを解析して作られた研究用のレプリカ。
You don't feel like Japanese is a language in the real world? Well, yeah, I guess if you've like never heard it spoken IRL. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I do hear it from time to time. And since I've also been to Japan, it feels a lot more real. But before that, I really didn't have any encounters with Japanese people either. Like, I think my most memorable one was right after I started high school. We went to Spain with my aunt, and there was like a group of Japanese tourists sitting behind us. That was the first time I really heard it being used IRL. Yeah, Japanese abroad tend to stick to themselves, usually because the English education there isn't quite on the level of what it is in like Europe, for instance. Though, when I say Europe, even Europe has its differences depending on the countries. But yes, especially in Japan, like, you know, because their writing system is so complex, they don't really do subtitles all that much. People prefer to watch their shows and everything dubbed, so they don't really have the, you know, organic exposure to English that we might get somewhere like here in Finland. Like for us, only something like children's shows are dubbed, but for them it's everything across the board. Like we watched the first Men in Black in the... Oh, we watched it with Japanese subtitles back when I was there. It was like a fresh experience for them.
たった今、私たちの後援者でもある組織、バルデシオン委員会から取り寄せたものよ。サンクレットには闇のクリスタルとアシエンについて調査をしてもらっていたの。彼は賢人の中でも腕利きだったわ。だから油断していた。まさかこんなことになるなんて。
彼はルイゾアのじっちゃんが亡くなったのを契機に、みんなに少しでも頼られる存在になろうとしていた。いつの間にか自分のことを俺なんて言い出したりしてたね。
その焦りがアシエンに憑依される隙になったか。
I mean, there is also a sub versus dub conversation going on in Japan, from what I understand. Though obviously it doesn't like reach our corner of the social media sphere. But yeah, it's because, you know, especially like in adult shows, if you imagine something like House, for instance, which has a ton of medical terminology, watching that with subs would be like super difficult because you would have to know a bunch of really, I think, probably specific and complex kanji. You did see a video of a guy who prefers Family Guy sub and you're like, oh man, a culture. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's always those kinds of people, you know, who prefer to hear it in the original language. And it does make sense, because even in like with Men in Black, right, there's a joke where Will Smith's character is talking to a pretty chubby other guy, and the guy goes to him like, if you were half the man I am, and Will Smith kind of looks at him and goes, I think I pretty much am. And so I like cracked up at that. But apparently the joke didn't really translate into the subtitles. So I had to like explain it to my Japanese family back then. And to be fair, it was pretty difficult to explain because they don't really have a saying like half the man you are over in that language. And it's kind of similar how in Japanese they make a lot of jokes based on, you know, kanji, because different kanji can be read the same, and those are really difficult to translate back into English.
サンクレットの持つ闇のクリスタルを破壊すればきっと憑依は解かれる。そうすればサンクレットは助かるはずよ。あなたにはいろいろな協力をお願いしてきたわ。これが最後のお願い。どうか彼を助けてあげて、そしてエオルゼアの平和のためにあなたの力を貸して。ありがとう。本当にありがとう。5年前、混乱の渦中だったエオルゼアは光の戦士たちと呼ばれる英雄に救われた。エオルゼアを渡り歩き、数々の蛮神を倒してきたあなたこそがあの時の光の戦士たちだと噂する人々もいるわ。だけど私はそんな噂どうでもいいの。私はあなたをエオルゼアに生きる一人の勇敢な冒険者としてお願いしたわ。
Yeah, that's also true. Like, normal people don't really talk like this. It's more of an anime type of thing. I don't remember where it was, if it was like a Tumblr post or a tweet, but it was about like this Japanese American guy who went to take Japanese lessons in his American school, and the native Japanese teacher, when he heard him talk, was like, okay, you know, you've got a great grasp of the language, however, you talk like a gangster, cause, you know, he'd learned his pronunciations and whatnot from watching stuff like Yakuza. So yeah, that can definitely influence you. And there's also a like really wide variety of different types of dialects in there as well. Like, even in the prefecture I was at, they had the like northern dialect that was slightly different from the southern dialect. I couldn't really grasp it, but some people I talked to told me that I was speaking in the like southern dialect. But it was because my host families were in the south. The new Yakuza game looks and sounds amazing. Oh, nice.
あなたこそが今このエオルゼを救うために母なるクリスタルに導かれた光の戦士だとそう信じています。行きましょう。神々に愛されし地、このエオルゼを救済するために。
Oh, they got Ado in it. Nice. Please tell me this is the end of my cutscene. Yes, thank you. Alrighty. There we go. Snoop Dogg! Man, you must have loved that. But yes, we will end our stream here. We'll pick up from where we left off. I think we're almost at the point where we'll be kicking Ritatin's ass. There's an anecdote about why Arnold wasn't used as the DI actor for Terminator German dub. Because his natural German accent is rural Austrian, so it wouldn't sound right for a future robot to sound like yeah, that makes sense, that makes sense. But yes, in 2 weeks' time, I will be seeing you guys. For YouTube, it's going to be goodbye, and as for Twitch, we're gonna see who we can raid. Is there anybody online? Oh yeah, Hauta is online. We can go to Hauta.